Good morning. Welcome to Planet Chaos. I'm your host, Brandon Chaos. With me, as always, is Ed Giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
Oh, man. So, Ghislaine Maxwell was arrested. You have any fucking clue who that is?
Ghislaine? I like where this is going.
No, you won't. Trust me. She's the longtime girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I saw this, but I didn't know what her name was. Her name is Ghislaine?
Yeah. The irony, right?
Who names her daughter Ghislaine? Or she change it?
She's foreign of some sort. I'd never heard of her until she was arrested. I didn't know he had an adult girlfriend. I thought he was into little kids.
No, I mean, just because you're trafficking them doesn't mean you're into them. You know, there's people that deal drugs and don't do drugs.
Wasn't he fucking the kids?
No, you don't do your own drugs. You don't get high on your own supply. 10 crack commandments. Come on.
Well, I thought he was also a pedophile. I thought there were like stories about him being a pedophile.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow it too often.
I don't know.
I keep my distance. I don't want the Clintons to murder me or make me commit suicide.
Okay, here's my take on the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, okay? I don't think he was murdered. Either he actually committed suicide or he talked and was put in witness protection.
That's a good possibility. They faked it.
Yeah, well, when somebody gets put in witness protection, they fake their death. Yeah. Usually. Or their disappearance. So what if he started giving people up?
And it's taking a long time to get them.
Well, it does. I mean, they got to do research after they get names, you know. But they're going to want to hurry up and get the guy into witness protection.
Yeah, it's possible. Dye his hair black, make him grow a mustache.
But also, like, someone like Jeffrey Epstein, though, is he going to want to give up his lavish lifestyle to be a middle-class working schlub?
Better alive than dead, maybe.
Or do they give him, you know, a few million of his own money to live off of? So here, you know what? You got all these billions of dollars. You can live off of 10, 15 million the rest of your life. He was
they're probably like you had offshore accounts, hidden money. Just drain those and don't tell anyone. And you never know, man. The world's a crazy place.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. I figured he either hung himself because he knew he was going to get murdered. And that was part of the deal, the whole thing, that if you ever get caught, you got to kill yourself or we're going to murder you.
Yeah.
So he was doing the right thing and killing himself, or he brought anyone else.
You know what I love, though, right now with the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing is the bickering between the right and the left about it. You know,
what did she get arrested for?
For helping him out with trafficking these young kids. But people on the left are, of course, sharing a group photo of Trump and Melania with Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein. And then people on the right are sharing a photo of Bill Clinton walking his daughter Chelsea down the aisle at her wedding, and you can see Ghislaine in the background. They were all friends. Trump was friends with the Clintons.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, all those rich elitist guys, they all go to similar events. A lot of times, like, invitations are just prestigious kind of things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he could have been at a fundraiser for Trump, and Trump may have not even known who he was. I mean, I'm sure he did.
Who, Epstein?
Yeah, but he might not have known what he was into.
Dude, there's so many pictures of those guys over a 30-year period.
Yeah.
Those guys were friends. And Trump had visited his island, and, you know, of course, there's the log of everybody that's flown to his island. Okay, here's the thing. He was a rich and powerful billionaire. Okay, word of him being a pedophile and being involved in child sex trafficking, it only came out like maybe 5 years ago. So what if some of these celebrities were hanging out with the guy not knowing what he was up to?
Yeah.
You know, just because he's this rich, powerful guy. You know, rich, powerful people who aren't celebrities themselves love hanging out with celebrities. You know, you spend, you know, $5 million, you can get Kevin Spacey and Seth Rogen and Lady Gaga to all come and hang out with you. Yeah. I mean, look at that pharmaceutical schmuck that got arrested a few years back. The guy with the AIDS drug that paid all that money for that rare Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
You know what they found on his computer?
What?
They found a list of artists musical artist that he liked, who he wanted to get to record a personal album for him that only he could have.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so...
But money talks, bullshit walks, man.
Exactly. He probably could have gotten them to do that, you know? Just like Jeffrey Epstein, like, hey, fly out to my island, come party with us, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't... A lot of these people, sure, some of them were probably involved. Some of them knew what was up, were doing stuff, but I don't think all of them were. There's just no way in hell.
I don't think all of them were.
There's some fucked up people in Hollywood.
It's
but not all
like,
of Hollywood is fucked up people. Okay?
It's just like when you know someone that's in the, like, cocaine or weed and shit, you still hang out with them, but you don't do it with them. You know? It's the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, years ago, I was in a band with this guy, and I always thought he was kind of a weird kid, but that's part of what made him a good musician, you know? And then, about 7 years ago, he was arrested for kiddie porn. I never knew he was into that sort of thing. Mm-mm. You know, he was just kind of a weird, quiet kid, you know? I hadn't talked to him in probably 7 years before that. You know? I didn't know he was into any of that weird shit. And he ended up getting convicted. I think he did like 18 months in jail or something like that. But I saw him... I've seen him like twice since he got arrested. The first time was before... I think it was before he got convicted. Saw him at a party. Said hi to him, that was it, you know. Then I saw him once after he got out of jail. And tried to avoid him, but he came up and said hi. Was just randomly out and about somewhere and saw him. You know, I tried to keep my distance from him, especially after I found out about all that. You know, and a lot of the celebrities that were going to his island, you know, if you look at the flight logs, a lot of them have not been there in quite a few years. You know, so maybe they quit going after they found out about all this stuff, and they're like, you know, I really don't want to be associated with this guy. You know, I know what he's doing. It's gross.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm gonna keep my distance. You know.
I'm not gonna go on my way to rat the guy out, but I'm just not gonna associate myself.
Well, they may, like I said, they may not even have known what was going on there, but then they start hearing about it, and they're like, yeah, I want to distance myself from the situation. So I don't think all of them are involved, but this Ghislaine Maxwell says that she's gonna start naming names. She's already come out and said that she's gonna be cooperating and naming names.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Of course, people are already joking around, predicting her death and shit.
Nah, it's too. They can't do it now.
No, she's gonna be well protected.
Yeah.
Epstein was not well protected at all. He was receiving death threats from other inmates. He was not in protective custody.
I mean, he had his own jail cell.
He had his own cell, but he was still in Gen Pop for a good portion of the day.
Yeah.
You know, he was not well protected. They didn't, you know, the suicide watch was a joke at the prison he was at. I don't think he was murdered. I just don't think there's any possible way it could have happened. I think
it's possible. No, it's possible, man. It's possible he could have been murdered.
I think the witness protection is really... I think it's the most plausible situation here.
That's possible.
You know, it's possible he gave up names and they got him out of there quick. Because a lot of people said, you know, if you look at the photos of his body, it doesn't look like a person. It looks like a mannequin.
I don't know why they didn't just stage the photos with him in it and then move them.
I don't know. But if they put him in witness protection, they got him out of there quick.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see what she comes up with. I don't think she'll be killed. I really don't.
Mm-mm.
Too much riding on it, I think.
Yeah. It's too sloppy. If they do it, it's too sloppy.
Yeah, I mean, let's say if Epstein was killed and then she gets killed, that's too obvious.
Yeah. Even if it's like some stupid like prison fight or something like that, it's when was she arrested? Last week?
It was like Thursday or Friday, something like that.
She's already named names.
Just a couple days ago.
She's already named names then.
Well, what I don't get is why was the Attorney General visiting her in prison the day that she gets arrested?
That's
the Attorney General. What's his name? Barr.
Oh, you mean the? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was on the prison's visitation log. Her first day, the day she got arrested.
Ooh.
I guess her attorney said that they wouldn't let him speak to her, but I want to know why he went there. Trying to get her not to give her boss's name or his boss's name.
That's a hell of a possibility. See, that's just sloppy. Like, don't they realize that there's
everything that goes on in prison is well documented.
Yeah, you would have to have an inmate. You'd visit an inmate. You have somebody tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.
Yeah.
You'd filter it.
Yeah.
Are those fucking people idiots? Like, how do I know more about espionage than the fucking Trump administration?
Because Trump has never been a good criminal.
No.
The only thing he's been good at is avoiding jail time. He always gets caught.
He has the money to drag things out of court.
And did you see his episode of Drunk History last night?
I heard about it.
My God, man. Like, first off, okay, the first 4 years of Obama's presidency, I gave him a lot of shit because every time he spoke, it sounded like a campaign speech. I take that back now. He's not nearly as bad as Trump. He's giving his daily, I don't know if he is anymore, but he's giving his daily coronavirus briefings, and it was all about how great he's doing and how awesome the economy is, even when it was at its lowest point. And then once he opened everything back up, his first press briefing after that, he's talking about I think it was like something like 6.8 million new jobs.
Mm-hmm. And then plugging his rally.
Huh?
With him plugging his rally.
Yeah.
Juneteenth.
But he was speaking. He was giving his 4th of July speech at Mount Rushmore, which he was advised against doing. Mm-hmm. They set off fireworks, which they were advised against doing. I don't even know what the context was, but he mentioned something about Desert Storm happening in the jungles of Vietnam and how it was a swift and Swippian operation. I don't even know what Swippian is. Is that in the dictionary?
Swippian.
I mean, can you find that in Funkin' Wagnalls or Merriam-Webster? Swippian, Swippian, I guess. But I don't know what this guy's doing, man. And then last night, Kanye West announces that he's running for president.
That ain't gonna happen.
I hope it does. We need more clowns in this circus.
Makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Cabot 3-ring circus, only 2 rings.
And then you got Trapped is in a Facebook battle with Joe Jorgensen, the Libertarian candidate.
Oh my God. Why do we keep saying it's Trapped? It's that one fucking crazy dude.
He is trapped. Chris Taylor Brown is trapped.
Yeah, trapped in his own head.
The guy's always been nuts, but now he's being nuts on social media.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. He's out there just like all these other cult members.
Drugs
sucking the schlong of Donald J. Trump.
I mean, it's profitable sucking the schlong of Donald J. Trump.
Not really.
I'm not going to judge them, but...
What profits are they making off of that?
No, they can get NDA agreements and get paid off. Just like that one chick, that Stormy Daniels chick. She made a ton of money off him.
Yeah, but that was rape. He raped her.
He didn't rape her.
It's not what she's saying on Twitter. She's saying it was she said it was non-consensual.
She's saying that now.
No, she's been saying that all along.
She still took a payout, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can't go back on what I always say, and and you don't. If the person's guilty, you don't go after a payout instead of jail time. I always say that. That's how I defend Ben Roethlisberger. But I can't really defend that anymore. Now, everything came out with Bill Cosby. These women that Bill Cosby raped were taking payouts for years and even had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to take this payout, which stated that if they ever came out to the media or the police with any of these allegations, that they'd have to give the money back. And then these women are like, fuck it. This guy is a dangerous man. We're going to go after him. Like, here's your money back, Bill. Thanks.
I don't know, man.
So it's really hard for me to say that anymore. Like, the whole Bill Cosby thing really changed my opinion on that.
I don't know.
Bill Cosby's now sitting in a jail cell for the rest of his life, so it's not like these women were lying,
Thing is that all that shit happened back in the 80s and
the 70s and the 60s.
Yeah. And it was all decades. People partying and taking drugs. That's what everyone did. I don't know.
Not everybody's out there raping people, though. Bill Cosby was out there raping people.
Then why did it take so long to come out? It's
like I said. These women were like, "Okay, I got raped by Bill Cosby. I'm taking a big fat check for it." And then they hear about all these other women he's raping, and they're like, "You know what? I got a guilty conscience. I could have put him away and kept these other women safe. Now, look at what I've done."
But why do it in the 2000s when he's an 85-year-old man that couldn't, or however old, he's in the 80s, isn't he?
Yeah.
They couldn't rape anyone else. He hadn't raped anyone in years.
What about Harvey Weinstein?
Exactly.
And his Frankenstein penis.
That's all that stuff. It's. I don't see them as rapists, but opportunists. I think there should be a difference. Putting
a drug in someone's drink so that they pass out so you can fuck them. That's a rape.
But how do you know? How do you know that they weren't doing drugs willingly and happened to pass out from doing drugs willingly, and then he took advantage when they were sleeping?
He admitted to drugging them.
Wasn't Janet Dixon that said that she was over his house willingly doing drugs?
Yeah, and then he slipped a drug into her drink that she did not consent to.
I don't know.
Plus, I mean, if a chick can't say yes or no, it's still rape.
In that case, I've been raped before then. Because I've been super drunk and not realized I slept with someone and woke up next to him the next day.
That's called buyer's remorse.
See? It's different for a guy.
I woke up next to a fat girl. I didn't consent to that.
No, I didn't care. I'm appreciative. They make you breakfast.
Look, they say guys can be raped too, but what guy's going to say no to sex? Unless she's 800 pounds, what guy's going to say no? Like I always say.
I'd fuck a chick that was 800 pounds and say I did it. Do it for the story.
It's like I always say. Women get the sex they want. Guys get the sex they can get.
Oh, yeah. That is 100% true.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's all a sloppy mess. It really muddies the water when you don't report it immediately. That's where the benefit.
That's something I've said for years.
That's where the doubt comes in. That's where my doubt is. Like, why would you wait so long? If it was an aggravated rape, you were raped, you felt like you were raped, then you go after that person and say, hey, I was raped, You don't wait 20, 30, 40 years down the line. You do it that week. Yeah. I'll give you 1 week to get your shit right.
But you also don't know what kind of psychological damage it does to you being raped. Neither of us know that.
I would agree on aggravated rape or some sort of molestation by a trusted family member. That I would agree with. But if you're just drugged and you woke up and don't remember any of the sexual act, I can't relate to the psychological trauma. I would rank it very low.
You can't sit here and defend rape, though.
No, I'm not defending rape at all. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm defending the fact that the person, if you're going to wait that long to report something, then it casts doubt.
But look at, someone like Danny Masterson. who's been doing it for years.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where his victims came forward and then were threatened and stalked by members of the cult that he was a member of. They poisoned the victims' dogs. You know, that's part of the psychological torture that goes with it. I don't see how those people get away
with all that stuff. I really don't. It's all money.
Well, when you're a rich and powerful person, yeah, you get away with raping people if you're out there writing checks. You know, somebody dug up victims of Trump's that he's paid off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're rich and powerful, you get away with that kind of stuff.
If you put a price tag on your emotional state, that's where it starts to diminish the impact of it. I can sympathize with someone that was raped that weekend or that week. I'll give you a week, that reports it immediately within, But if you take a payout, then it's like it makes it look like you're going just for money. And then now the money's running out, so now you want to get them in trouble.
It makes it possible for that person to do it again too. I know what you're saying. You're letting that person be free, and they're like, hey, I could continue doing this. All I gotta do is write the bitch a check afterwards, and we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're. I get
they're
what
like children. If you let them get away with it, they're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
But I'm sure, in time, the guilt's got to get to you to the point where you're like, this isn't right. I know that this person has other victims, and that's what happened in the case with Bill Cosby. One woman came forward and said, I can't do this anymore. I can't stay silent. Bill, here's your money back. Look, this motherfucker raped me. And then other women were like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing because it's only right. It's only right for the other victims to come forward.
I don't know, man. I'm not a rapist, so I can't really relate. I've never been raped, nor have I raped anyone, so I don't know. But it muddies it. If you, ladies, if
I'm not
get raped or something
that.
happens to you, I don't care what, you report it immediately and disappear to your friend's house somewhere and hide for a week till that guy gets put in jail. If he's a rich and powerful dude, you just gotta be like, hey, and go to the press, go to the police, and then go right to the press.
What hurts them too is, and why a lot of women don't come forward, is the people that call them liars too.
Yeah.
Or in the case with Danny Masterson, where they don't want to be stalked and threatened. There's a lot of psychological torture.
There's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah.
There's so many layers. Each case is different.
It's one of those things where you're doing something horrible to somebody, and the victim's alive afterwards.
Yeah. The person that's left alive is always the one that suffers the worst.
Yep.
Like I knew my buddy across the street a couple years ago. He blew out his brakes and rolled down a hill in Camel, killed him and his son, but his daughter in the back survived. And the whole time I was like, oh, poor son. I was like, poor her. She's the one that has to live with that and saw her brother and dad die in front of her. She's the one who lives with it.
Yeah.
So when you survive something that horrible, that's worse than anything because you carry that your whole life with you.
Yep. So, moving on.
Yes, please.
What's your take on these sports teams changing their names, man?
I saw that. I'm okay with it. I was never offended by the term the Indians because I didn't feel like they over racist it. Like their guy was Chief Wahoo, but he was a cartoon.
Yeah, that's the problem. The Chief Wahoo logo is.
He's a character.
It's pretty racist. It's a caricature. It's
racist.
It's a racist cartoon. Yeah.
It's racist now. But I've never seen them do anything with Chief Wahoo that I'd be like, holy shit. He's always been just hitting. He's always been in uniform.
We treat Native Americans like shit in this country.
The Washington Redskins.
That's a slur.
That's a straight up dude.
Calling them Indians, that's a slur too. They were called Indians when when white people first landed here, because they thought they had landed in India.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they called them Indians. And then, years later, upon doing research, they're like, well, maybe these people came across this land bridge from Asia. Maybe they were actually from India. They kind of look like Indians. But it turns out it's possible that they were actually indigenous to this part of the world. All these centuries later, we've come to that conclusion that this was possibly their native land. They may not have actually come from India. So calling Native Americans Indians is kind of a slur.
Yeah.
And
the Indians got their name because their first coach, or a player or something like that.
Well, they were originally the Cleveland Spiders.
Yeah, and he was a Native American. So that's why he said, let's name them the Indians.
Now they really don't like being called Indians.
No, they don't. Of course not.
They definitely don't like being called Redskins.
No, Redskins, that's taking too far.
Yeah. Now, it's been brought up, other teams, like the Chiefs. I don't think there's anything racist about that.
No.
The Florida Seminoles.
No.
Now, they're named after a tribe. Their logo isn't really...
It's Indian guy.
Yeah, it's not racist. It's not a caricature.
Even recently,
it's
though,
not
they
cartoonish.
went with the feathers.
Yeah.
It's a spear and feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a white guy.
Raiders, I don't think there's anything racist about that.
What's racist with the Raiders? They're pirates.
No. They were Indians.
Were they?
Yeah.
The dude was a pirate.
Yeah.
He has an eye patch.
The one local high school.
Oh, Harding.
Yeah.
They're the Raiders, and they have Indian. Yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about the L.A. Raiders.
No. The Las Vegas Raiders now.
Or, Las Vegas. Well, L.A. Well, L.A.
I mean, if you want to really get into, like, offensive team names, too, like, the Irish people could really come out against Notre Dame.
Yeah. But they've embraced it.
They have. I mean, what else have they got going on? I mean...
A drunk Irish guy fighting everybody is.
I mean, they're like, look, the stereotypes you got about us are about fighting and getting drunk. We can live with that, you know. But if they wanted to really be dicks, they could come out and say, hey, this fighting Irish thing is kind of a negative stereotype about Irish people. We don't like it, But they're not. So
because they're not giving it power, they're embracing it.
They are, yeah. And I don't see any Vikings coming out against Minnesota Vikings.
Are there Vikings?
Are there still Vikings? I don't know.
I guess people from Norway, Norwegian people, could claim
Are they
it.
Vikings, though? There's
no
Vikings there anymore.
They're descended from Vikings. Vikings is more of a tribal
People in Minnesota are descended from Vikings, too.
How? How the fuck are people... The middle... Come on, man. The middle
That's
of the
where the Vikings
country?
landed.
In Minnesota?
Yeah. They came straight through the St. Lawrence Canal... Down through the Great Lakes. Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a stretch for me.
Yeah, no. They came all the way inland and settled in Minnesota.
Why? What a shitty place to get.
I know. I mean, you're coming from someplace cold.
Yeah.
And, you land on this beautiful beach in Maine, let's say. And you're like, no, let's keep going. You land in this snowy hellhole. It's just like home.
I would like to think that they landed in like the springtime or summertime and thought it was okay, and then finally oh shit, it gets cold here too.
But I want to know why did Columbus land in the Caribbean islands and think, hey, let's see what's further north. This paradise has got to last.
Yeah,
it's got to stretch all the way up north.
Well, he figured out he wasn't in India because there were tiny islands. That's probably why.
Well,
eventually. Columbus is another thing. They're trying to change all the statues of Columbus, and
they're trying to rename Columbus Flavortown.
Yeah. See that? I don't know. Was Columbus, Ohio, named after Christopher Columbus?
Yeah.
Or was it just called?
There's a big fucking statue of him at City Hall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I don't know.
Wait, aren't you a big Ohio State fan?
Yeah.
You've never been to Columbus?
Never been to Columbus.
You've never been to the Toilet Bowl Stadium?
I've never been to the Horseshoe. No.
It looks like a toilet bowl.
It looks like a horseshoe.
It looks like a toilet bowl.
It's a horseshoe. It's lucky.
It's a toilet.
But when's the last time your college teams beat Ohio State in that stadium?
I don't have a college team, so face on you.
I was thinking you were going to say the Panthers.
No. I mean, when I was in Florida, I was watching a lot of Seminoles games because that's what they played down there.
I like Florida State.
Because they're not big on NFL or NBA down in Florida. I was surprised.
Yeah, it's more college football.
Yeah, it's college football.
They like them, but they're not.
Yeah, their teams suck. I mean, they got the Buccaneers and the Dolphins, and then for NBA, they've got the Heat, which sucks right now, and the Magic, which is sucks.
Well, when I was down there in the Keys is when
LeBron was down there. Yeah,
so they were all crazy about it.
Yeah, but I think pretty much since Bosch retired, like they don't give a shit about the Heat anymore.
Yeah. And the Marlins, oh my God, the Marlins, attendance in the dozens.
Yeah.
I went there one time.
There's a lot of Yankees fans down there because the Yankees practice field is in Tampa.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Yankees fans.
I went to a Marlins game one time with my buddy from Philly, and he was decked out in his Philly. So I was like, dude, you can't wear that. Like, I'm used to Indians games where it's filled.
Yeah.
Attendance was in the dozens.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. And they were all Phillies fans. Like, they were booing the home actor. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, is this like a thing? Yeah. Even my buddy Jared's like, this is depressed because he's been to Phillies games. They don't do that in Philly. Especially us. Like, I've never been to an Indians game where I can move down since they built a new stadium.
Yes. Yeah. Sports are really more of a North thing, honestly.
I think so.
As far as pro sports go.
Well, because there ain't shit to do. And down south, there's shit to do.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
college
Sunday.
Sports,
let's stay home and watch the Dolphins game. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to Spirit.
College sports are pretty popular down there, but as far as pro sports go, no, not as much as up here.
Florida, their football players are just, they're good.
What? And I got a friend that's from Richmond, Virginia, that moved up here a little over a decade ago. But I remember he couldn't believe like how many NFL teams we had in such close proximity.
Yeah.
By him, all he had was the Redskins, But then, like, up here, like, I didn't even realize how close all these teams were until he pointed it out, really.
Yeah, Cleveland, Cincinnati,
Pittsburgh.
Even Buffalo.
Even Philly.
Philly's right across the state. And then
even the New York teams.
Philly to Baltimore.
Indy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit, that's close too.
All of it's within 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, most of them
as far as drive. Yeah.
When Cleveland plays Pittsburgh, they don't even take a plane. They drive a bus.
Oh, yeah, they drive a bus.
Drive.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, probably. I'd say hour and a half.
Probably 2 hours, actually.
Because
where we're at's about halfway between Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So. It never takes more than an hour to get there.
Yeah. But yeah, all those teams just in close proximity to each other.
You ever drive in Pittsburgh?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Do you know I was there? Was it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
For the birthday, I drove that Fort Pitt Bridge. God, I hate that.
Oh yeah, Fort Pitt. Yeah, it sucks. The tunnel.
Oh, I don't care about tunnels. That bridge. It's not even a real bridge. Like you're in like a double decker thing, and
oh yeah, I like it.
I hate that. And one person stops.
The
and
bridge in Tunnel City, man. I love it.
All they do is they fucking scatter like bait fish. And almost cause a wreck. It's horrible.
The Browns and Steelers have one of the most well-known rivalries in NFL. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is, as a Browns fan, you can go to, Browns-Steelers game in Pittsburgh. No one bothers you if you're in Browns gear. You go to Cleveland in Pittsburgh gear,
and they're like, "Here, you're going to need this."
Yeah, you go to Cleveland in Pittsburgh gear, and you'll get jumped.
Yeah. Oh, we hate them.
Yeah.
Well, of course, when you're on the winning side for 20-odd years.
20 is more like 30.
Nah, not 30. It's 20.
Yeah, it's been more like 30.
99. No, beforehand it was even. It was even before the new team.
I don't know.
God, I'm still fucking pissed off.
Your boy's making a big deal about how he's going to kneel for the anthem.
Who? Baker?
Baker.
Damn right he is.
Well, you know what? I get it if you're doing it, but he's just making too big of a deal. Like he's like, look at me, I'm kneeling for the anthem. I'm in touch with black people.
You know what? I don't.
The way he's doing it, it feels like cultural appropriation to me.
You know what though? As a football player at a high competitive level, he's been around black people his whole life.
Well,
in high school, in college, in the pros.
Yeah.
I don't think that you could be racist as a football player. I really don't. Cause
didn't you say that Mason Rudolph was racist?
Rudolph?
Yeah.
No, I just said that because I didn't want Garrett to be in trouble. I don't care now.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe a quarterback could be racist. I can see a quarterback. No, even though they throw to mostly black people. Like, I don't see how you could be racist in the competitive sports. Like, I don't see how you could. I mean, you probably could. Probably, but
yeah,
it's hard to imagine because you depend on people of all races and sizes. It's a team. You come together as a team. You guys during training camp, they all sleep together in the same bunks and shit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably a few guys in the sport that are racist. I'm sure. But we could go back and talk about the whole Myles Garrett thing. What always got me about that is how long he waited to say, oh, he said a slur. He called me the N-word. Like, okay, even if he really did, I don't know a single black person who would wait that long. No. They love exposing racists. So they'd be like, that motherfucker over there, he called me the word. Yeah. Myles Garrett just... I think that was his way of trying to get out of it.
He should have said that night, like, hey, that's what happens when you call black and N-word. If he would have said it that night... Yeah. That pisses me off, too, because we finally beat Pittsburgh. On prime time.
There's going to be an asterisk next to it.
Not 30 seconds before, I was like, dude, there's no way the Browns can fuck this up, Lord. I was so excited. Then all of a sudden, there's a scuffle. Oh, no. And then our season was downhill from there. After Garrett left and the whole locker room mood changed, and that was it, man. That really fucked us.
Yeah.
Because people don't think, well, you should be able to play, but that really gets to you, It really fucks up your mental... It makes you question yourself, and... Oh, man. That motherfucker. I'm glad he's back there this year. I hope he stays. I hope it drives him to do twice as good.
I don't know, man. I think he's gonna have to be careful, because that was not his first time. Not his first time.
Those late hit things that they're talking about was all bang plays. That's the thing, is that he's so big and so fast, he's getting there as soon as the ball is thrown, and they're doing it to protect the quarterback. They're overcalling it. I've never seen him actually target someone where it was like, oh, fuck, what are you doing?
Well, that hit on Mason was a little late. See, the whole thing, here's my analysis on it, all right? It was a late hit. It was an obvious late hit. Mason was already pissed off that he was getting his ass whooped all night. It was a big game for them. Mm-hmm. His first time playing, the rivalry in prime time. He had a lot of pressure. He had a lot to prove coming in to replace Big Ben. Those are big shoes to fill.
Figuratively and literally.
He was frustrated that he was getting targeted all night. His line wasn't doing shit. He got mad and what do you do? Grab his face mask or something like that?
Oh, he tried to rip his head off.
Yeah, he grabbed his face mask really hard.
No, he grabbed the back of his helmet.
Oh, was it the back? Okay, he grabbed him, and Myles just fucking lost it.
Yeah, they were both fighting each other.
He was like, oh, you want to grab my helmet, let me grab yours, and then bonk, right on the head.
The thing was he got pulled off by your guys, the center or guard, whoever that was, and Rudolph chased his ass. Yeah. That's the thing.
I don't blame him. I mean, the guy hit him with his helmet. He looked like a bitch on prime time.
And he went to go get his helmet back and fight him some more and went and pushed him, and that's when he couldn't reach him, so he used the helmet. Yeah. That's kind of like a heat of the moment kind of thing.
He got punked on prime time. Yeah, his pride was a little hurt.
And now he's a meme. He's so memed out now.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was. They were both being schmucks.
He should have gotten in trouble too for coming at him. I don't think Pouncey should have gotten in trouble because I understand reaction.
Well, yeah, Pouncey was just defending his quarterback. Although, where was that defending his quarterback when Garrett was charging after him after the ball was already dead?
Yeah. The ball, I'm telling you, that was a bang play. I didn't see it was dirty. That was a bang play to me. Yeah. Those guys play at such high speeds. If you slow it down, You put anything in slow motion, it looks like it takes forever to hit something.
It was a pretty fucking late hit.
I don't think it was.
The ball was down on the ground for quite a while when he hit him.
Of course, you don't know what was said to play before that. I mean, they're both assholes.
I was watching it live, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, he's still charging after him. The ball's on the ground.
That had more to do with than just football. That was personal.
A heated rivalry. You know, Browns and Steelers games, there's always a lot of passion in those games. It happens. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. So I figured I'd give everyone an update on my online gaming experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'm still only playing one game because I don't really get into a lot of games. So these missions that you have to do, it's different than the missions in the actual game. And the vast majority of them are games that you need other players for.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, when you go into the lobby and you're waiting for other people to join the mission, oh my god, does it take fucking forever. There's been times where I've waited like 20 minutes for other people to join the mission.
Because you're playing on 360, that's why. It's a dead console.
But still, like, you'd think people would want to play, people that are on there. They want to do something other than drive around killing each other.
Mm-hmm. Gotta upgrade, man. Gotta go to Xbox One.
Maybe when the new one comes out and I could get an Xbox One cheap. I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a console I only play like 2 games on.
You could probably get a basic one for like $80 at a pawn shop.
I've been looking everywhere for... Because when I bought this new 360 that I recently got, I was looking at Xbox Ones, but I couldn't find anything for under $300. I didn't want to spend that much on it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I mean, if I was like hardcore into it, you know, played a shitload of games, it'd be worth it, but I play Madden, play Grand Theft Auto, and occasionally I'll play 2K.
You use that term loosely. You don't play Madden. You experience Madden.
No,
I play Madden.
No,
you experience.
I whooped your ass. Let's stop acting like I didn't.
When I was stone drunk off Jack Daniels and beat your ass at the Browns every time.
No.
And they were the shitty Browns from years ago. Charlie Fry.
Is there anything other than shitty Browns?
Well, the Browns are better now. Dude, the Browns this year on Madden are tear up with Odell Beckham Jr. and oh, they tear up.
No.
So I beat people online all the time. No, the Patriots just cuss me out because I'll use the Browns. They're like, "You serious, bro? You can change your team, you know?" Like, nope, that's what I'm using. They get so pissed. I've had so many people quit at halftime because I'm just tearing them up.
I doubt that. Yeah, so then one day I'm playing, and I'm in the safe house, okay? And the next thing I know, I appear on a hillside. My character's laying on the ground there. There's like 6 people standing over the character with stun guns, just stunning the shit out of me. Like, how the fuck did this happen? And then that goes on for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I can't fucking do anything. And then, next thing you know, my character appears there with the campfire thing around the waist again. Like, and then I'm doing a mission the other day, and everyone round up everyone for the mission. They're walking out of my safe house, and the one character has a UFO that's kind of hanging over them, but it's like dragging on the ground.
That's weird.
Yeah. So then I get in my car, and this person with the UFO head gets in my car too, and now I can't drive because I'm running into the walls of this UFO.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
360 is so.
And then this person gets out and decides to blow up the fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck is the matter with you people?
It's a bunch of fucking kids. That's what it is. A bunch of kids and losers.
It's ridiculous, dude. Like, I just want to do a bunch of solo missions, like in the fucking game.
I mean, you can do solo missions, but it's hard.
Yeah, the solo missions are a lot harder.
You gotta put on easy or just be really good.
That's what I normally do. I put it on easy for the solo missions. But yeah, it's like I said, after this 3 months is up, I think I'm done. I'm not gonna do the online thing anymore.
Yeah. But if you upgrade to Xbox One, it's a lot smoother, and there's no hackers or anything like that. I think half the reason they let hackers go on 360 because they're like, why waste our time and money when like only a few thousand people play it, not the millions that play. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. But I've gotten a few missions done there. I mean, there's a few people on there that want to play normal, but
you need to start friend requesting those people and talk to them. You have a headset, right?
What, that hackers?
No, the people that actually play.
Oh, I do. I've added a few friends on there. I don't have a headset or anything, but
all you need is earbuds with a mic on it.
That's what these are. What I'm using right now. These have a mic built into them.
Yeah, you can use those. You can use that as a headset. Oh wait, I don't know. I think 360 you have to buy an actual. No, that's right. 360 don't have the what is it 5.5? What is the millimeter jack? The standard for headphones?
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, you know.
This I mean I got adapters though, so.
No, you gotta get a special Xbox One adapter or Xbox adapter.
No, I can use these.
You can?
Yeah, these headphones actually said they're compatible with Xbox 360.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that headset bullshit. Dude, I fucking hate the people that do have headsets.
Oh, talking shit's the best part.
No. No, they're not doing that. A lot of it, like, you'll hear the guy fucking eating chips or whatever.
Oh, I hate that.
Crunching real loudly into the fucking mic. Or, you know, their kids are screaming in the background. Girlfriends yelling at them. Dogs are barking.
I love hearing people argue with their girlfriends.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Nah, babe, just one more game. No, come on. Stop. You hear nothing? Yeah. And they go off.
No, you hear some shit like, why didn't you do the dishes? It's like, dude, fucking mute your shit, man.
Dude,
I don't want to hear that shit.
Lucky Lauren's a gamer, so she never gets on me when I'm playing. She'll hold on to that shit until I'm done. There's like, oh, you're done? Okay, motherfucker, this. Yeah. Lauren, she plays Xbox as much as I do. Almost.
Jackie hates when I play. I don't do it when the kids are up and shit. You know, I just wait till the kids are in bed. I can't sit there and play all day long.
I
couldn't.
I love it.
No, not me. I gotta feel productive.
Lauren plays this game called Dead by Daylight. She likes it a lot. It's basically 4 survivors and one. It's basically hide and seek, but like a one killer tries it. You try to repair generators to escape the killer. It's a really fun game. Like I used to play it, but I'm not as into it as much. I'm more into Call of Duty now.
Jackie likes some of the older games. She's talking about getting a PS2 to play some of the older games.
Nah, don't go back. Go forward.
Nah, it's something that I don't want to spend a lot of money on something I'm not going to use. You know, like I've got the money. I could buy the PS 4. Is that what they're on right now?
Yeah. 5's coming out this Christmas.
I could buy a PS5 if I want to.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to spend the money on it because it's not going to get much use. You know?
Well, if you got an Xbox One at least, you could use that as a streaming center. You wouldn't need a Fire Stick and all that. You just download the app on it.
I can use a 360 for streaming.
Oh, does it work?
Yeah, it's got like Netflix and it's even got like YouTube on it and shit. Hulu,
the one has free apps, like free anime apps and free TV apps.
Yeah, this is good. Like I can put Pluto TV on there, and Tubi and all that shit. Yeah, I could do all that if I wanted to.
I wish I knew where my hard drive was. I'd give you my hard drive. Has all my old games on it.
They're not gonna get played.
Well, no, you would play it if you had more to choose from.
No, I wouldn't. Like I've tried Call of Duty. I don't like if I'm gonna be playing a game where I'm running around shooting people, it's gotta have a purpose to it. You know, Call of Duty, you're just shooting people for no reason. There's no real plot to it.
That's why I play objective games. I play mainly Demolition. I play Warzone a lot. Battle Royale. Halo.
I played Halo once. I couldn't get into it. Trying to think of something else I've played. I don't know, but like some of these games, you need to put a lot of time into them.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't want to sit there that long and put that much time into it. You know, Grand Theft Auto, it's an easy game. You know, if you don't want to go and do a mission right now, you can just run around shooting people.
Open world sandbox.
Yeah.
You'd really like Saints Row.
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, Saints Row is really it's a more fun version of GTA.
Yeah.
Like there's no online.
Mafia, that's another one that someone said I would like.
Mafia, yeah, it's in that same genre there.
Fortnite was another one somebody said I'd like.
No, you wouldn't like Fortnite. Fortnite's a battle royale.
No, yeah, I don't want to get into all that.
Yeah, you wouldn't like Fortnite.
My 7-year-old plays a game called Roblox.
Roblox is basically like a basic creator platform. Like people create the games. Like yeah. My kids play it a lot. They play Roblox a lot.
Yeah.
But it's just basic. It's just fun. It's not as competitive. There's a whole bunch of silly games.
My 7-year-old, if he had the chance, he would sit there all day long and play video games.
Oh,
my 12-year-old, he can't. Like I don't know what it, but he can't just sit there and play a game all day long. He'll play for a little bit and then he wants to go and do something else. He likes being outside and riding his bike. He plays his guitar. You know.
Yeah, my oldest, he can play all day too. I mean, I ungrounded him the other night at it was like midnight. I'm like, okay, fine. Technically, it's the next day. You're ungrounded. He stayed up till 6, 7 o'clock in the morning playing all night. I was like, fuck.
But then the 13-year-old, he's the big gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he barely moves from the TV. Like always playing, but he's also active at the same time too. Like during the loading screen, he'll do push-ups and sit-ups and shit. So
that loading screen is for getting snacks and tormenting the Lauren. That's what those loading screens are for.
He works out during the loading screen.
Dude, I'd probably be jacked if I looked on during loading screens. I just sit there and scroll through Reddit, I think.
Jeez.
I probably play at least 4 hours when Lauren's working. And then Lauren gets off around 5 or 6, and I'll do dish. Like, I do stuff during the day around the house. And then she'll go to bed around 11, and I'll stay up probably 2 or 3. So I probably play for 7, 8 hours a day, probably.
So, a couple of days ago, I decided, because I keep seeing these chicks talking about this website, this OnlyFans.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I decided to check it out. Okay? It's not just chicks posting nudes.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's like all kinds of shit on there.
We could do our show on OnlyFans if we wanted to.
Yeah, I was actually considering that and Patreon.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, even if we don't get anybody, we can still be on there. If we get 1 or 2 people, you know it.
But yeah, so like you pay a monthly subscription fee to subscribe to content and shit, but then you also pay per content.
Yeah.
Or you could put free stuff on there for your subscribers, but it's like, how fucking redundant is that though? If you're paying for the subscription for your page, but then you got to pay if you want a picture or video.
That's how those girls make that money, man.
But that's like what? Why? I've been saying, like, women rule the world, man.
They do.
You don't
get, just like what Bill Burr says, you don't get equal pay, but when there's a disaster, who gets to go up first? Women and children.
Yeah, and there's no way that I could get a chick to pay to look at my dick.
You know what?
There's no way.
Lauren and I had this exact same conversation coming down 11 at home. I was talking about because I saw someone
with your kids in the car.
No, they were sleeping. They were
Jesus,
all sleeping.
dude.
No, we weren't. No, listen. We were talking about. I was like, hey, this girl. I knew her. She has OnlyFans now. Someone was telling me, and I was like, I am so jealous I wish women were as dumb as guys. And she goes, what do you mean? I'm like, because guys will pay hundreds of dollars. Fucking simps will pay hundreds of dollars to help support a girl, just to hopefully see a nip slip here and there.
Yeah.
I was like, I couldn't get any girl, just like I said, to look at my dick for $20. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
and I have a nice dick. It's very well proportioned. It's tan. You know, I'm circumcised, so it looks good. You know.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. Like, you could go on. Let's see how many of these I can name. X Hamster, YouPorn, Pornhub, X Videos, XNXX, RedTube. There's a plethora of free porn sites out there. You can watch any porno ever made, even like homemade shit.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will record cam shows and put them on there. You know, you could see like any kind of porn that you want.
You go to the right Reddit, you can see the Patreon
but
content.
If you're at least a 4, you could get every dude you went to high school with to pay $20 for a picture of your tits.
Even girls that are not like traditionally attractive.
That's what I said. At least a 4.
Really, no, even 2s. Like people are like really fucked. There's so many sexual fetishes.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a thing called, you know what a pog is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
fat ass white girl.
Pogs. Yeah. Like some of them, I'm like, oh, like I like big girls, but some of them I'm like, holy fuck, no way.
Yeah.
But those girls are putting up McDonald's numbers. I'm like, how the fuck?
But then there's strip clubs. There's strip clubs in every city, and there's no strip clubs that just feature male dancers. Like, if a chick wants to go see male strippers for, like, a bachelorette party, it's pretty much the only time they ever go see male strippers. They got to find out if there's a male review coming to town, or they got to go to a strip show at a gay bar.
Gay bar, yeah.
There's no strip clubs with dudes dancing. There's no, like, most male prostitutes are only visited by gay men. Like, there's no male prostitutes for horny women.
Yeah. I mean,
sex work is women's work.
I guess you could be a gay. You could act gay on your OnlyFriends, but not actually be gay. I
didn't say I was going to do anything on there.
Oh.
I mean,
I've been help you out, man.
I've been looking at ways to do like bonus content outside of just the regular show, and to monetize it. I really need to get on getting a website for the show. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. Like, this coronavirus bullshit really put me behind on so much.
We were going to do the little live location shows on it, but keep getting turned down now because of the social distancing,
Yeah, and then we're probably going to be getting shut down again soon.
Oh, yeah, we're getting grounded again after this. I'm telling you, next week, that's it. This week, Monday, Tuesday, they say, you guys are done.
I heard grumblings about the 7th, he might start shutting stuff down.
Oh, yeah. We're grounded. It's over. We're done. We blew it.
Well, I mean, when you got like almost 1,000 in one day cases, it's coming. I mean, DeWine's been getting a lot of praise for how well he's handled things. If he drops the ball right now, he can kiss his reelection.
Actually, I'm going to tell you right now, if it wasn't for it being 4th of July weekend, I think he'd have shut it down.
He probably would have, yeah.
Yeah, first he'd have been like, we're done. Yeah. You guys didn't listen.
Yep.
You guys want to fucking wear around. You want to be carried out, say you don't need a mask. You're done. It's like, we can't trust you.
All these COVID Karens out there.
That's what the government is for, to protect us. That's why we elect these people to make these big decisions to protect us. And people want to fight it. Like, it's like if we're like fucking kids at nap time. We like, hey, you're fucking tired, take a nap. But we're like, nah, I don't want to take a nap. I want to go and drink with my buddies and cough in their faces and contract COVID.
Yeah. Did you see people were having COVID parties now too?
Trying to infect everybody?
Yeah, like
the measles?
When we were kids, we had chickenpox parties.
Well, I never went chicken.
And you know what? People keep bringing up the whole herd immunity thing, which is stupid. Look how well that worked out for chickenpox.
We did
it for years with the chickenpox parties, and it's like one kid at school gets chickenpox, and you're like, oh, let's have all of our kids go play with that kid, so they can all get it done and over with, out of the way. And then we found out that it's not a good idea to get chickenpox because then you can get shingles as an adult, and it's a million times worse. It could kill you.
I tell you what, I didn't catch
now we have a vaccine for it
till I was 21.
Oh, that had to have been brutal.
Oh, it was, dude. It sucked. Like I was using, that green aloe gel you use for sunburns and shit. I was using 2 of those a day to keep from scratching my arms apart. It was the worst week ever.
I got a friend that had shingles when he was like 30, and he said it was the most excruciating pain ever.
Yeah.
And now we're wise at, so now we got the chickenpox vaccine. None of my kids have had chickenpox.
Nope.
And
the thing about COVID, they learned that even if you get it, you can get it again.
Well, they don't know if everybody could get it again. They're figuring out some people are building up immunities to it, but then there's some that are getting reinfected.
Mm-hmm. The one of the backstage one of the backstage interviewers from WWE, she got it twice. So they got hit hard too. Holy cow, they might have to shut down.
Yeah. So this whole herd immunity concept isn't really the best concept.
No.
Our best bet is to shut things down until we have a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Social distance.
Take our minor
Wear your fucking mask. Shut down everything except for grocery stores and pharmacies. That's what Italy did.
I heard that
they're doing well now.
That DeWine is going to say mask in all public places, which I have no problem with.
A lot of cities in Ohio are already doing that. Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, and Cleveland so far have all made masks mandatory. They all did it immediately.
Yeah.
Like Cleveland, I think theirs passed Friday, and they said starting right now.
Yeah, I have no problem doing that. I do it all the time. I hate it. It fogs shut my glasses, but I'd rather have foggy glasses than death.
Yeah, I wear a mask. I actually ran out of. I have the surgical mask. I had like a box of 50. I just ran out of them today.
I got cloth ones.
I got a cloth one that I'll probably have to use because I ordered new masks. They'll be here Tuesday, but if I go anywhere tomorrow, I'll have to wear my cloth mask, which isn't a big deal.
I wear my face panties. I call them my face panties.
But all these people that are saying that you can't breathe.
That's a crock of shit.
Talk to a surgeon that has to do a 12-hour surgery wearing the same fucking mask. Like the homemade cloth ones, those are a little bit thicker material. So it's going to be a little bit harder to breathe, but you're still not going to have carbon dioxide poisoning from it.
There's a design company that's on my city's Facebook that was pointing out. They use like a really light material, kind of like I can't. It's synthetic, but it's really thin. It's kind of like the stuff that you make like a swimming shirt out of, or like a rash guard, but a little thinner than that. And they say that's really good, but I think the thinner material, the more chance it's just stuff's going to go through.
It's not as porous.
Yeah.
Like the thicker material has more breathable pores in it, and they're gonna be thicker pores. So
I like seeing that one picture of that one lady with a crocheted one. You're like, really?
Yeah, like that's not gonna do anything. But your best bet is either the N95 ones, which a lot of painters and drywallers wear, or surgical masks. There's a reason why the surgical masks are what they use in surgery, because they work the best. There's doctors that have performed. In fact, I think the longest surgery ever recorded was 36 hours straight or something like that. Ooh. And the lead doctor on that one, I think he said he changed his mask once. So, yeah, the masks are not going to hurt you, even if you have asthma.
I've seen videos of people with real breathing problems that have to wear an oxygenizer.
Yeah.
And I saw a she kept on her finger, she showed up the whole time, put a mask on, breathe for, and they did
I saw a video where a nurse did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it doesn't change it at all.
And she said that she had this nurse in this video. She said she had asthma.
Blonde chick with glasses?
No, this was a dark-haired chick. She looked like she might have been Puerto Rican or something. But yeah, she did with the N95 mask, the regular surgical mask, and then like a homemade cloth mask. And she had the pulse ox thing on her finger, and it was like, I think it was 98 throughout all the masks except for the homemade cloth one. It went down to 96.
Yeah, so it's not.
So yeah, and this is someone who has asthma.
I think the 70s are tolerable. 70% oxygen is tolerable.
I think 89 is when you have to be hospitalized.
Is that? Yeah. I thought it was lower than that. I thought it was like
89.
You know what? I was getting upset at people that wear past their nose, like let their nose peek out.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? They're only harming themselves with the nose. The mouth is where it comes out of, not really the nose, unless they sneeze.
Unless you sneeze.
Yeah. But even if you sneeze, you're going to cover your nose up,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're too spoiled. America is fucking spoiled. A bunch of spoiled fucking brats.
Yeah, I guess to get your way, all you have to do is go to your state capitol with a gun and demand it.
Yeah, you throw a fucking temper tantrum, so you're going to hold your breath.
The president calls you very good people.
Yeah, I'm going to vote out mommy because mommy won't let me do things.
Yeah.
We're spoiled brats. If you can't realize that, then you don't pay attention to the world.
Yep.
It's to the point now where people don't want Americans in their country for a decent reason now. Not just because we're assholes when we
America, just about every country has banned American travel right now.
They should. They really should.
Yeah.
We're spoiled fucking brats. Most people are spoiled fucking brats.
Plus, the pandemic is still going on here. Most places, it's gone.
Yeah.
They've done a good job of at least containing it. New Zealand I think it's so far the only country that's completely gotten rid of it.
I thought they did, but then they blew up.
New Zealand? I don't know.
Yeah, New Zealand. I saw the other day where New Zealand blew up again. It's going to be up and down. It's going to be up and down because people are going to get it and get over it, and then they're going to think they're fucking invincible and get it again. Just because it's not deadly doesn't mean it doesn't fuck your body up. Because they already have studies of people that's had it and got over it, but it does permanent damage to your lungs.
Well, yeah, and I think that should be your biggest concern instead of the whole herd immunity thing. Look at what kind of long-term damage it could do to your body.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you could be laid up for 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You could recover, but you could be on a respirator.
That's not fun.
Or a ventilator, excuse me.
And you're going to lose your position at work. You're going to lose money. Governments can only take care of you so much. We're not socialists here. We're capitalists. If you're not producing, then you're just not, Uncle Bernie would have took care of you guys, but you didn't like him. I want my round 2 of Trump bucks. That's going to come pretty soon because he's running. Trump bucks are going to come probably in August or September, I'm calling, because it's so close to November.
New Zealand has 1 case right now.
I thought I read they blew up again.
They've had a total of 1,534 cases and 22 deaths.
I read a thing about New Zealand. They're on a sunken continent. That they did like a whole topography thing of just under the ocean, and they're actually on their own continent.
Yeah.
But it's all there's only New Zealand is sticking out. Everything else is under the water.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
It's crazy. Can we just defect to Canada?
Can we what?
Defect to Canada. I want to move to Canada.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going to be locked down for fucking months anyways, might as well do it in Canada. I'm going to take care of.
Yeah, they're like giving everybody $980 every 2 weeks just to stay at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that shit, man.
Fucking hosers.
Yeah, so I don't know. This whole virus thing, it would have been nice if the federal government would have handled it well. But,
you know what? It's half on the government, it's half on us, too. We didn't handle it. As soon as they let us out, what do? We fucking rioted. And hung out in giant crowds and fucking wanted to go here and go there and go out everywhere.
I still haven't gotten a haircut.
Oh, I did. I needed a haircut.
It's not safe.
But you know what? During the whole time, I wore my mask and so did the stylist.
Yeah, I'm still not going to chance it.
Oh, I did. I didn't care. I had a guy do it, too. It sucked. I wish I was a chick.
We need to really get that vaccine out there, though. I'll be the first in line to get it.
I'm not going to be first in line.
Why?
I'll wait a couple weeks. I get nothing. I get nothing on the first release. I wait.
No, I'll get it right away.
Y'all do.
I want to go back to my normal life.
That's why when people start saying, "Oh, we don't need masks anymore," like, nope, I'm still wearing mine because I want to see what happens to y'all. And what happened? Everyone blew up with it again. I don't know. I was at the lake this week. I didn't wear a mask too often at the lake, but I burnt myself.
Well, you're outside though.
Yeah, I burnt myself up at the lake, so I'm all red and cherry. So if I had coronavirus, I cooked it the fuck out this morning.
Did you shoot UV up your butt? Drink some bleach?
No, I did not.
No,
I drank a bunch of Crown Royal yesterday though, and last night. Does that count?
Sure.
That'll clean you out. It's Canadian. It's good. It takes care of you.
What'd you do for the 4th? You just hung out at the lake?
Yeah, we went up there. We went there Saturday and put a tent up in Laura's dad's front yard and lit off fireworks last night. Hung out with the kids all night.
Like, am I the only person that doesn't get into like patriotic holidays? I don't really get into any holidays. Like,
I honestly, it was just an excuse for me to drink and shoot off fireworks. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't do the 4th. Like, I don't like, I don't like fireworks. Never really did, even when I was a kid. Like,
what?
My parents would drag me to see fireworks.
Fireworks.
It's not fun.
It is.
You know, you go somewhere to see fireworks, and you know, it doesn't start until after dark. Then you gotta fight. You gotta fight traffic to get home. It's not fun. It's just not a fun experience.
I remember. See, Trumbull County Fair is normally 4th of July weekend. Yeah. That's usually where I'd go see fireworks.
But and then I don't like going to barbecues. You know, I'd rather, if I'm gonna grill out, I'd rather stay home and grill out. I don't want to go to somebody else's house and do a fucking barbecue.
Oh, we had ribs. They were good. Oh, her dad grilled really good ribs, man. They were great.
I never got into Halloween either. That was another one I wasn't into. I don't want to.
How you gonna make out with slutty cat girls if you don't go to Halloween?
I could do that at any bar in Youngstown any day of the year.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Halloween.
I never got into the whole wearing a costume, especially as an adult. Okay, you're an adult. If you want to dress up like Batman, you could dress up like Batman any day of the year. Okay.
You can't tell me what to do.
All right.
Dress up for the job you want, not the job you have.
If it's April 20th and you want to go to work dressed as Iron Man, go to work dressed as Iron Man. All right. You don't have to wait until October 31st to do that.
Actually, you do.
No, you don't.
There's dress codes.
You're an adult. You can do what you want. Don't let the government tell you what you can and cannot do.
Halloween more a kid holiday.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids and single people.
When I was a kid, I always tried to get the most simplistic costume. Yeah, because like the free candy was cool, but it was always cold.
Oh yeah.
It was either rainy or snowy. It was nighttime, going out fucking trick or treating. It's a lot of work that you got to put in to get this fucking free candy.
You know, a lot of towns that do it during the day, and I hate that.
Well,
or like right at dusk, where it's still light out for the little guys.
Yeah, more areas that have more crime do it during the day.
Yeah. Niles, I'll give we always go to Niles because that's where Lauren's mom lives. We always have sloppy joes and white chili.
Sloppy seconds.
But it starts at usually like 6 or 7. And it's late for the first hour. And then the second hour when it starts really getting cold and
And then how fucking fat are we as a country that we have Thanksgiving, a day to celebrate eating?
Oh, I love that.
We're a bunch of fucking fat fucks.
Yeah.
Like, what else do we do on Thanksgiving?
We
don't do like gift exchanges. We just fucking eat. We pig out and watch football.
Think of a holiday that we don't celebrate with food.
That's the thing. You can't. It's impossible. And then Thanksgiving, it's just food. That's all we celebrate.
You know, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays because it's guilt-free. Like Easter and Christmas, you have to get gifts. Valentine's Day, all these you have to get gifts.
Yeah.
But like Thanksgiving is just, it's so good.
You
Makes
go to somebody's house. I don't like going to other people's houses.
Well, it's gonna be different this year. Everyone's doing their own now. Everyone's gonna be locked down this year.
I hope so. Gives me an excuse to stay home for Thanksgiving.
Oh God, I tell you, my wife makes the best turkey. She brines it and she puts she does so much work for a turkey.
I'm just gonna make ramen noodles, turkey flavored ramen. Do they even make that? I don't even know. I don't think they do.
I mean,
if they don't, they should.
Turkey ramen.
Just for me. No, I'll make turkey sandwiches.
I think turkeys are just an American bird. I don't think turkeys are international, are they?
I don't know.
I don't know if there's turkeys in England and stuff like that around the world.
I'm sure there is, but yeah, Thanksgiving, that's all we do. We just eat. You go to somebody's house and you just fucking eat, and there's like a bunch of people there you don't even like.
Hell, anywhere I go to eat, there's a bunch of people there I don't even like.
Exactly.
I love Thanksgiving.
That's why I eat at home.
Maybe I have all fond memories of Thanksgiving. Maybe that's why. Christmas, I don't like Christmas because it's always like you get that one greedy person that don't appreciate what you got. I'm like, well, fuck you. You know.
Well, I like the Christmas season. You know, people seem nicer around that time of the year, other than Black Friday.
Except for when they drive. That week, that Christmas week, people are fucking idiots. Because I gotta go through Boardman all the time.
Yeah, like the Christmas season I enjoy, but like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, like going over to somebody's house and opening presents, and I hate people buying me presents too.
Yeah, I'm not really for. I give everything to the kids.
I feel like if I'm like too enthusiastic about it, they're gonna think that I'm like faking enthusiasm, or if I'm not enthusiastic enough, they're gonna think that I hate it. You know, like I hate people buying me gifts because I never know how to react to it.
I think the first or second year I was with Lauren, we were at her house for Christmas. Or the first second year I was back, and I was just super tired. We didn't get there till like 6 o'clock at night, and I was tired from being up the night before. And her mom got me like a really nice brown hoodie, which I still wear to this day. I really liked it. I was like, oh yeah, it's good, thanks, I appreciate it. And like her mom says something to Lauren like next day, like, why didn't Eddie like what you got? She's like, he did. And she was like, he was just tired, Mom. He was up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. So it's like people take that way too seriously. Not me. Yeah. I'm like, I guess stuff. Yeah,
people are offended. Like if you don't react a certain way, they get offended. Like, oh man, I spent so much time picking out the perfect gift and they didn't even like it.
You know how many times I go to the store and get Lauren something I think she's gonna like and she doesn't react? I'm like, well, fuck you, you know. Yeah. And that's not even a Christmas present. It's like,
well, yeah, like anytime my wife buys me something, I'm like, I'm like, oh, thank you, you know.
That's why I'm always like,
I always walk away too, like, okay, was that the right level of enthusiasm for the gift? Like if you buy me something, more than likely I appreciate it, but don't fucking buy me something because I just don't know how to react to your face.
Yeah, Laura and I, we don't buy each other Christmas gifts normally. We usually just put all of our investment in the kids because we just like, we get stuff for each other all year, you know?
Yeah.
Even something simple as if I'm on the way home tonight and I get her a chicken quesadilla knowing she probably craves one.
Yeah.
You know, and she'll appreciate that so much. She'll appreciate that more than a gift I get her for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know? I guess it goes, some people are just greedy at Christmas time. Some people never grow out of it. Or they expect, like, the moon and stars on Christmas.
Yeah, I don't get that, the whole greed thing.
No.
If you're a kid, I get it. Like, it's a free-for-all when you're a kid, you know? Like, I want fucking everything, you know?
My kids actually aren't greedy. They ask for one, maybe two things, and Lauren gives them 20 each. Like, I'm like, why? They're asking for these two things. Get them those two. Well, they should have this present, this present, this present. I was like, Lauren, no, they shouldn't. They only want a couple things. Our children are not greedy. Like, our kids are pretty set.
What do you think of this whole this whole Christmas thing that people are trying to do, where they say, if you get your kids some big fancy present, stop telling them it's from Santa Claus.
No, everything's
What do you think of that, though?
You know what? There's some things that they ask us during the year. We say, yeah, I'll get that for you, you know? And then there's, like, the big gifts, like the surprise gifts, are from Santa Claus every time. Well, Santa comes to my house and gives them surprise gifts.
The whole campaign about that, it's, well, then they go to school and they tell the poor kid that they got, like, an iPad for Christmas. And then the poor kid's thinking, well, why did Santa Claus get them an iPad and not me? That's why, like, I've always told my kids, like, my kid wants some big fancy thing that I don't want to spend a shitload of money on for Christmas. I always tell them, like, those aren't free gifts. Like, Santa Claus just doesn't buy or make all these things. Like, we actually have to pay Santa Claus to bring this stuff. That kind of humbles the child a little bit, and they're not so much expecting these big extravagant gifts.
That's a tough one. And when I grew up, I got one good gift and a bunch of miscellaneous gifts. I mean, looking back, I'm like, wow, you got me, But it's like, it is a hard one to be like, why did I get a fucking can of beans and someone else got a PlayStation?
Yeah. Well, when we were kids, our parents saved up all year for Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, our generation and younger, throughout the year, they aren't saving their money for their kids' Christmas gifts. No. They're spending it all on heroin.
Yeah, and that's a shame. And then
they can't afford the PlayStation 5
to borrow money. I knew a person. I'm not gonna mention their name, but she wouldn't budget her money at all, and she would just blow money all year and not. Yeah. And at the end of the year, she depended on the kindness of others to get her kids gifts.
Oh,
I'm
fuck
like,
that shit.
Why? Try to get money off me. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Why? I was like, because first of all, I do stuff for your kids all the time. You guys on food, and I invite them over for dinner. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I was like, no, it's a shame people expect charity in that time of year and be fuck ups the whole rest of the year. It don't work that way with me. Like, I'll make sure your kids don't starve, but your kids don't need Christmas gifts. They should have Christmas gifts. They don't need them.
Yep. People confuse want with need
all the time, and they they confuse acceptance and tolerance also. That pisses me off. I hate that.
What do you mean by that?
The difference between acceptance and tolerance?
Yeah.
I use gay people as an example. You're supposed to tolerate gay, even if you're not gay, you don't believe in gay marriage, you don't believe in any type of gay activity, you're supposed to at least tolerate it and let them live their lives. You cannot accept it. You can be like, I don't accept gay culture, I don't think gay people can marry, but you tolerate it and let them do what they got to do, and don't do anything to interfere with it. That's the difference between tolerance and acceptance.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
There really isn't much of a difference there in the way you're explaining it, but I get what you're saying.
You tolerate something. Like, I tolerate, like, loud eaters or something like that. I don't accept it, but I tolerate it. Acceptance is you believe in it wholeheartedly, you believe in it, and you support it. Tolerance is, I don't support that shit, but I'm not going to do anything negative against you.
Okay.
That's the difference. Everybody thinks tolerance and acceptance are the same thing, and it's not. I tolerate my kid back talking to me every once in a while, but I don't accept it,
Alright, well, I think it's time to wrap things up.
I don't accept that. I'll tolerate it, but I don't accept it.
You know what? You can accept these nuts.
I don't want to. I'll tolerate it, but I won't accept it. I tolerate your nuts from a distance.
So, if you didn't know, you could listen to us on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, TuneIn, Listen Notes, Pod Paradise, and YouTube. You can email the show. It's planetchaosradio@gmail.com. Instagram and YouTube are both at Planet Chaos Radio. Twitter is at Planet Chaos _. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. It's at Brandyn _Chaos. Tumblr is Brandyn-Chaos. And my website is brandonchaos.wordpress.com. Got anything to add, Ed? What do you got going on this week?
This week?
It's a lot of beating off.
Dog days of summer, man. It's over. 4th of July is like, it's the rest of us. We're going to get grounded at the end of the week. So
a lot of beating off then, right?
No, the kids are home. And Lauren's there. I don't need to beat off.
You got a bathroom, right?
Yeah, I don't like
there
that.
You go.
I like to enjoy my, like, it's hard. I like no one being home so I can enjoy myself. Yeah, a lot of that. All that food ate today and yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think the kids are going back to school this year, that's for sure.
Youngstown said they're going all digital.
Yeah.
So Campbell's probably going close to the same thing.
It's smart. It really is.
I think in the beginning of the year they should, but once flu season hits, because the kids are going to do better in school.
I don't know.
I think they should all just wear masks. I really do. I think kids in school need it. I'm a shitty teacher.
Well, there's already mask mandates in the state.
Yeah, that's what they should. They should have to wear a mask all day.
I'm working on lining up some guests real soon, so
all right.
Looking forward to that. Hopefully, gonna have some guests. Someone other than Russell.
Russell. Yeah, we gotta get our phone calls back. You want to set some of those?
Yeah, I need to work on getting the live setup going. I haven't really had time.
We had
this
one
past
guy,
week.
and then you fucked up with the Kobe joke. And now
I didn't fuck it. He thought that Kobe joke was hilarious, by the way.
Russell,
I got props for that. All right. Russell loved my joke. Oh man! All right. So I guess we'll catch you guys again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Mr. Weed Man, don't do me wrong. Come on, Mr. Weed Man, help me sing my song. Mr. Weed Man, won't you fill my bong? Mr. Weed Man, I need some relaxation. Mr. Weed Man, don't do me wrong. Like Bob Marley, I'ma smoke it till my brain is gone. Mr. Weed Man, don't you roll with rock? Mr. Weed Man, I need that medication, but I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire acetone. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that you're waiting with the joint after the show. Everybody solo! I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire acetone. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that there are no bubbles breaking our windows. But I don't really know what you got to roll. Hoping that you pull out some fire acetone. Got my own lighter, you know I can match a bowl. Hoping that you're waiting with the joint after the show.